Hi there, this is Josh, and today I'm here with my TBR for the month of February, better known as French February. This month I'm going to be reading 5 books of French literature or books that are written about or have some kind of French connection to them. No puns intended. If you want to participate in the little challenge that I set up, I highly encourage you to do so. Stephanie from Time to Read is participating, and it's nothing difficult. It's just you pick 5 books that fall under some specific but at the same time very broad areas, and read and have a good time. Here we go. The first challenge is to read a work of French literature written before 1900. And for that, I'm going to finish reading Les Mis, or Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, because Mike from Knowledge Lost is probably watching. Hopefully he's watching. I'll also mention the translators as needed, and this version by Signet Classics is translated by Lee Fahrenstock and Norman McAfee, which is based off of the classic 19th century translation by Charles E. Wilbur. I'm probably going to read this toward the end of the month because I want to read the shorter works first, so that I can really indulge in Les Mis, and if I need to go into March, I will do so. I'm currently on page 704 as I'm filming this video, but hopefully I can get deeper into the novel and finish it in March. Next book is a work of French literature written after 1900, or it would be 1900 and later. And for that, I chose A Happy Death by Albert Camus. I have read The Stranger, I've read The Plague, and The Fall. This will be the 4th novel of his that I read. I really liked The Stranger, I thought it was excellent. The Plague and The Fall I just thought were okay. Hopefully A Happy Death is more so in the class of The Stranger. And the only thing I will need to read after this is The Myth of Sisyphus and other essays. This version of A Happy Death is translated by Richard Howard. Next one is a collection of French works. It would be an anthology, short stories or poems. I would say 10 short stories or more, 15 poems or more. But I chose to read great French short stories edited by Paul Negri. He edited them based off of original translations of the shorter works. This is a Dover Thrift edition, so it was only $3.50, and it features short stories from Guy de Maupassant, Émile Zola, Voltaire, Flaubert, Merimée, Guidi, Renard, Nerval, Balzac, Gaudi, and Laforge. Please forgive me if I mispronounced any of the names, but I'm looking forward to reading this. I read the Great Russian short stories, and it introduced me to Pushkin, Gorky, Gogol, and so many other outstanding Russian writers. The next one is a work of French literature written by an author of the gender least represented by your other selections. For instance, if you're reading more males, this one you would want to read a work from a female, and vice versa. I don't have the book with me just yet, but I chose She Came to Stay by Simone de Beauvoir. She is a feminist writer from the 20th century, and from what I read, her works are very much, they have the tone of Virginia Woolf, and I really enjoy the genius that is Virginia Woolf, and I'm looking forward to checking out de Beauvoir's works. The last one is a book that is about or set in France, and I chose a children's work, and that is The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo. The primary connection to France is that Despereaux's mother is French. So, that is, and the name Despereaux is a French name. But aside from that, it is a work of fiction set in a more fictional setting, and Kate DiCamillo is an American author. I'm looking forward to reading this. It was winner of the Newbery Medal. I know that Kim, who was on our show, is an enthusiast for Newbery Medal winning children's books, and I'm excited to make my way through this novel. Alrighty. Here is what I'm reading for French February. And I'm really looking forward to partaking in this. If you want to participate, I really hope you do so. I'm thinking of making this biannual so that I can explore so many other things, and everybody else will have the opportunity to explore so many things. I may incorporate other special themed reading months, I would say. French February, it would be every even year, so 2016, 2018, 2020, so on and so forth. But I do want to read more French literature, and I think that this is going to really help. Thank you for tuning in. I'm really looking forward to reading the books on my TBR. If you want to partake in French February and choose 5 books under the particular guidelines, I highly encourage you to do so. Be sure to join us for some more videos, and for now, keep reading.